I beg, buck me at the Emirates. Buck me at the Emirates, because I'll go. You let me know what game you want to go to. Yo, people, what we saying, what we spraying, black again with another stream. And obviously, you know what it is. Blood Brothers, me and Wolfie, we're going to talk about the Reds, the Arsenal, the Nottingham Forest, and all of that good stuff. Just quickly, all of you watching on Twitter, make sure at some point you come over to the YouTube to like the video. Obviously, all the people that are inside, just make sure you're liking the video as we go along. Make sure you're subscribing to the channel and make sure you are also subscribing to Wolfie over at Forest Fan TV. All right, now, today, do you know what? I don't even really want to waste too much time or anything. I just want to get straight into it. Wolfie, are Arsenal in a state of emergency?
No.
You don't think they are?
End the stream.
Because look, like, I'm not gonna.
Well, it depends of your perspective, bro. If, like me, you thought Man City were gonna win the league, then it's playing out how I thought it'd play out. But if you thought you were gonna, I don't know, maybe win the league by said birthday, then maybe things aren't looking sweet for that. You know what I'm saying? So, joking aside, bro, we're in December. We've now seen two runaway leaders so far this season. Yeah, we've seen Liverpool go 5 for 5. Weren't they like 5 for 7? I can't remember. Were they 7 points clear? 5 points clear?
I think it was 7. Wait,
7, wasn't it? Something like that. Yeah,
right.
7 points clear. 5 games in, everyone's saying Liverpool going invincible, they're unbeatable, and now look where they are, slot out and what have you. Then we saw Arsenal step in, do the same thing, go through a really nice run of form. Go, well, how far clear did you go? 7, 9, something like that? Any given point?
I think the most we've been is 7.
So 7. Again, another 7. And then it's down to 2. I mean, you're still in the leads, you know what I'm saying? And then Man City will now step in. It's just gonna flow, ebb and flow for the rest of the season. I think it makes it interesting. So, is it a state of crisis? No, it's not a state of crisis, bro. But it's I keep and I said all season long, for Arsenal to win this league, I would need to see you 7 to 10 points clear by mid to end of Jan, and then I don't think Man City can catch you. But I don't know, man. I don't think it's that bad a deal. I mean, you've lost 1 game in 18.
Oh, no, yeah. One game in 19, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's my worry for you guys would be if you start drawing a lot, because that's what has always killed you in the last 3-4 years is the draws. Yeah.
Yeah. The draws have, well, I don't know about the last 3-4 years, but definitely last year, our biggest problem was the amount of draws that we had. We had, what, 14? I think we finished the season with 14 draws, man. Which is like, it's not good enough. Like, let's just be real. Like, it's just not good enough at all. Like, 14, we can't afford to get anywhere close to that number. If we get anywhere close to that number this season, then yeah, cool. Bob's your uncle. Like, probably someone else will win the league. But that's something that's in our control, innit? So going forward, me personally, like, that doesn't worry me so much, because I put down those 14 draws like a anomaly, in my opinion, because that's a lot of draws. Like, Arsenal don't usually draw that many games, and I mean the only real reason why I thought I'd ask the question and maybe have a discussion about it is because we have to. I was more thinking about the fact that, like, look, in the last 3 away games, we've drawn 2 and lost 1. That's obviously, there's context to every game.
There's context in there, isn't it? What was it? Chelsea, Villa, and Sunderland, yeah?
Yeah.
I would say, looking back at it, the Sunderland one would be, from your perspective, the most disappointing, I think. You can see a draw at Chelsea happening. That happens. Yeah. You can see, even a loss at Villa. Like, your boy Emery, man, he's just got your number. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But the Sunderland one, Oscar Pistorius, that's mad. The Sunderland one for me, look, as good as Sunderland have been, I just think people are pushing this mad narrative about Sunderland. They're still a promoted team. Okay, it's Forest. Forest were the best ever promoted team in the Premier League era, and you haven't seen the likes of it since. You saw Ipswich come up and finish 5th. I'm trying to think if there's been any other mad ones. Wolves finished 7th.
Didn't Burnley do? Wait, was it the season that they came up, or was it the season after when they got European?
I don't know if it was, but that was still 7th. Like the only team that's gone great. Forest finished 3rd when we came up back in the mid-90s. So for a promoted team to suddenly rip up the Premier, I think Leeds came 9th as well. It's not a regular thing, right? So I still think a promoted team, irrespective of how good they're looking, a title contender should be winning those games. So I think this, and especially when you were 2-1 up, especially being 2-1 up, that's the one.
That's a bit unfair because we was actually 1-0 down for time.
Yeah, but you were 2-1 up.
And then we got it was 2-1 up for like what, 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes. So I mean, I'm just saying
you were still 2-1 up, bro. You were still 2-1 up. You had to hold out a couple of minutes.
Yeah, but it's a bit unfair, isn't it? When you say, "Oh, you was up 2-1," it makes it sound like we was winning the game.
But okay, is it unfair to say that game you were ahead, the other two you weren't, if I'm not mistaken?
No. So Chelsea, we was behind. We came back. Aston Villa, we was behind. We brought it to 1-1, and then obviously they got. I'll be real, like
I'm just saying. I'm not even saying it's bad you've drawn the Sunderland. I'm saying of those 3 games, if you were going to be the most critical about one of them, it was going to be the Sunderland game because you were winning. They're a promoted team. But I'll tell you now, if we ask the chat to name the Sunderland manager, I don't think half of them can. I don't know what his name is.
I know his name.
I can give a shit what his name is.
He's a good manager. I mean, he's above you.
Bro, the season's you're gonna do the whole above you. Remember when Liverpool are above you?
I'm just saying they've been consistently above you this season, and we're like what 15 games in now. There's only
at the start of the season alphabetically we were ahead of them, so hold that.
I mean, there's only what 23 games left of the season. I mean, when I say only, like,
that's bare, man. That's bare.
I mean, I know, but like really and truth, it's not that many. When you think about it, it's not really that.
That's more than 50%.
No, but think about it. By the time December's finished, because there's hella games in December.
Yeah.
Like by the time December's done, we'll be like what, near on like 20, 21.
Yeah, but December hasn't finished, bro. There's bare
it hasn't. I'm well aware because Christmas.
I mean, I get why you're saying it because the season finishes 22nd of Feb, and I hear it, bro. But like. When you play Spurs. But yeah, no, look, man, I'm saying don't panic. I still don't think you win it, but I still think you can win it, if that makes sense. I just want to ask you about something. Because I was on Potts' channel on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you caught the Race to Europe stream. Bro, I was the one having to defend Gyökeres. Everyone else was gunning for Gyökeres. And they were coming at me for saying he hasn't done that bad. I just want your take on it, bro, because they were saying dud, freaking Swedish Richarlison and all this shit, man, and what have you. What are you saying on Gyökeres? Because he was your boy. He's the one you wanted.
So look, when it comes to Victor Gyökeres, as much as like he's my favorite striker, like I can't deny the fact that he's had a few problems. Or currently having a few problems. But I still think that personally he's had a hard time coming to Arsenal because he comes over from the Portuguese league over to Arsenal. There's a lot of expectation. There's a lot of pressure. Immediately, without having a full preseason, he has to play every single game up front for Arsenal because there's no one else that can play up front. That's literally like he was the only one that could play up front. I know when he went out, like that's when Arteta started putting Merino in, but I genuinely believe that this season Mikel Arteta didn't want to use Merino as part of the strike force. I firmly believe like Merino was a super last resort, and his kind of role this season was to be a part of the midfield. Now, I feel like a lot of people expected Victor Gyökeres to come in and immediately have the same goal scoring record that he did when he was in the Portuguese league.
Yeah.
Now, that was never going to happen. Like, I still think, and I still believe he will hit like 15, 20 goals in the Premier League, just the Premier League. Overall, I think he will probably get somewhere around 28, 30, somewhere within that number. I think all of the Arsenal fans that are kind of, I don't know, slewing him or saying, oh, he's a flop or a failure, like, they obviously don't remember, like, for example, the likes of Henry came in, took him ages to score his first goal.
8 games.
The likes of Bergkamp took him ages to score his first goal. Like, this is not something new. It's not new for a player to come from abroad into the Premier League for a big club and not hit the ground running. I think the only player in recent times that's done that is Haaland. I think it's only Haaland. And Haaland is like, he's an android. Do you know what I mean? He's an android. So I think also as well, a lot of people aren't taking into consideration that Gyökeres hasn't gone from Sporting to Arsenal and been expected to play in the same way. He plays in a different system, a different style of play. He has different responsibilities up front. And also, I still don't think that I guess you could say the midfielders and the forward players at Arsenal are used to playing with a 9 that makes the type of runs that Victor Gyökeres does. Victor Gyökeres is always running off the shoulder. Victor Gyökeres is always running the channels. Victor Gyökeres is always making himself available, but he's not getting found. And then you look at things like, because even in the was it the Villa game? Was it the Villa game?
He came on at halftime.
Was it the Villa game that Saka scored? It wasn't. It was the Villa game. I'm pretty sure. Wait, it was the Villa game, no? Yeah, it was the Villa game. Saka scored. Yeah, Saka could have easily squared it to Victor Gyökeres, and then that's a goal for Victor Gyökeres. There's been a few occasions in this season where if people just square the ball to Victor Gyökeres, he scores. So I think that I honestly believe at the moment there's I don't think it's that people are necessarily selfish or people are necessarily not wanting Victor Gyökeres to do well.
Trust that.
So what was the game that Saka scored? Maybe it was the Sunderland. Maybe it was the Sunderland game I'm thinking of.
Sunderland.
No. Brentford. He could have squared it to Gyökeres, but he chose.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
The Brentford game. Sorry, because I'm in the process of only thinking about the away games, innit? Because our away games recently have been a bit So, but there's been a few games where people could have squared it, and I just feel like everybody wants to be the man. I just get that feeling. I just get the feeling that like everybody wants to be the man. Like even when Saka took the penalty ahead of Victor Gyökeres, like Victor Gyökeres should have taken the penalty, but Saka took it because obviously Saka wanted to equal the Henry record of something like a certain amount of goals in 100 games or something like that. So look, I understand why people are. I understand why people are like, to a degree, attacking Victor Gyökeres, but I don't.
Man, they're fully going for him, man. They're fully going for him.
I don't think it's
because I've done some research on Henry's stats, and Henry, I think, took 8 games to score his first goals. And then when you look at Henry's first 20 games at Arsenal, do you know how many goals he scored? I mean, I wouldn't expect you to. It's a random.
Off the top of my head, no.
Yeah, 7. Like,
and then his first 20 games, he scored 7.
7 goals, yeah.
Okay. Cool.
And I'm like, they're like, what do you think their answer was? You're comparing Gyökeres to Henry. No, I'm saying even greatness didn't start off freaking a goal a game.
Yeah. But Wolfie, you should know this, yeah. It's very rare, very, very rare that you'll go on a stream and people want to talk about football. People don't want to talk about football. People want to talk about agendas. People want to talk about narratives. People want to talk about things that get high engagement. People want to talk about things that trigger the ability to clip up like 15 minutes of a video and it get like 20k views and bare likes and bare comments, because it's all about generating engagement in it. People don't actually want to sit down.
Hey, the game's the game, man. The game's the game. But
this is what it is. Like, because look, like I even get slewed because I mention injuries in football, but injuries are a part of football. And people will slew me about mentioning injuries, but then they'll do videos, injury update. So-and-so's out, injury update, with a little thumbnail, might be out. And it's like, well, when I want to talk about injuries, I'm being that guy, but then
your internet's looking pretty injured right now, bro.
My what?
Your internet's looking pretty injured, man.
Wait, am I freezing?
Yeah, you're okay now.
I'm okay now. All right, cool. So it's like people don't want to have conversations about football, and I feel like that's why they're attacking Gyökeres, because I genuinely believe, that a lot of people wanted Victor Gyökeres to do bad. I don't think he's currently doing bad. I think he's, to a degree, got the short end of the stick, because we know the type of striker that he is. He's direct. Like, he makes runs, play him through, he will score goals. But that's just, he's not being played through. Ødegaard coming back, maybe that helps out a bit, because obviously Eza is more of the maverick that get him on the ball, he will do something that leads to him getting a goal.
Yeah, I don't like him on the left, bro. I don't like Ødegaard coming back in for you, if I'm being honest. I don't know how he got man of the match.
I mean, like, look, like, problems with my issue with Ødegaard is literally he's not allowing Zubimendi to play the way that Zubimendi likes to play, because Ødegaard is always dropping way too deep. Ødegaard is literally like, imagine you're Zubimendi, and you're like literally. So when Raya is in possession, essentially what happens is both the centre backs will go wide. Zubimendi will slot inside into like a back three, pick up the ball, and then he will look to start controlling and building up our play. But if every time he's picking up the ball in deeper areas and he's turning around and Ødegaard's literally standing right next to him, what is he meant to do? Like, there's loads of times where if Ødegaard is just forward in a central, because there's always space, because everyone knows we like to go wide. So you got players tracking players wide. There's always a space in the middle. Ødegaard never wants to be there. Ever. He never, ever wants to be there.
I feel like he's not confident right now. He's scared of the ball.
It's not even
but it's not even that. I just like Eze in the 10 or the forward 8 or whatever it's called now.
I like Eze anywhere. I actually think he's good on the left.
I don't like him on the left. I don't like him.
The only issue with the last time that the last game he played on the left, which was against Aston Villa, the only problem was that I think he played Eze like in the 10, because it's like more of a high 8, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You played him there like 5 games in a row. And in that spell, he was actually playing really well. His confidence was really high. And then Ødegaard comes back, and then you just move him to the left. So now he's gone from being like, he's getting used to playing that role, and he's understanding all the positions he needs to be in that role. And then you randomly just put him on the left. So now he's going to have to relearn where he needs to be on the left.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't like that move. I didn't like that move at all. But Ødegaard will play there. That's an issue, I think. The other main issue I've got, I know you said about the injuries. I disagree with you. I think the injuries are looking like they're self-inflicted in some cases. And I'll tell you what I mean. I think Declan Rice looks tired, bro.
He does.
And I think
Zubimendi as well.
Zubimendi as well. Yeah.
Them two have been playing pretty much every single game.
Both of them. And I look at it and think he's not learning, as in Arteta, man. Because we saw this with Saka last season. Play him till he runs out of juice, rips his hamstring, done. And he's just about coming back into form now. I assume he's going to rotate for your Champions League game and Wolves. I wouldn't play either of them in either of those 2 games. I don't think you need to. I think they need a full rest.
He's going to, though.
If he does, he's an idiot. I mean, he is an idiot, but
I think he will play. I think he's most likely to play. I think he'll either go Zubimendi Marino against Club Brugge, or he'll go Norgard Zubimendi. Or he
what
may
is
go...
the point in Norgard if you're not using him? If you can't beat Bruges and Wolves with me and you in midfield, then fuck me, you don't even deserve to be talking about a title race.
I am starting to wonder why we signed Norgard.
But Norgard's perfect for these kind of 2 games. You can play him in both games. He'll be fine.
You can.
And then save him for an FA Cup or whatever, or a League Cup. Because you even got a League Cup game, haven't you, against Palace next week? Is that where it's happening?
No, it's on the 23rd.
Okay. But they're piling up, is what I'm saying. Now, we're going into December. As you mentioned, heavy fixture list. Champions League, League Cup. At the end of the month, you got FA Cup first week of Jan and stuff. He has to rest this motherfucker, man. Or both the motherfuckers. It's like, because you're seeing it happen in your back line. Now, centre-backs don't need to be rotated as much, in my opinion. I'm old school. Centre-back is a centre-back.
Okay, so, see, look, when I talk about injuries, I don't actually have a problem with the fact that we have injuries. It's not that we have injuries. We've had a lot of injuries as well. We've actually had more injuries than what we had last season, but we're just dealing with it better because we have more players in our squad now. But it's not about that we're getting injuries. My issue is that the injuries are happening in one unit all at the same time. So it's like we had all of our attackers out. It was all in the attackers, and then we start getting them back, and now it's all in the defensive unit. That's the only thing that I don't like about our injuries. Like, I would be so fine if it was like, okay, we got one centre-back out, and then we got one midfielder out, and then we got a winger out, and then we got a striker out. I'll be like, all right, cool. But it's like, defender out, strike, forward, out, all at the same time. And it's like, well, how? Because that's where a lot of our injuries are coming from as well. Because we have a lot of players that are out, we rotate less. We can't really rotate as much in certain areas that we want to because we have players that are out. That's the only thing.
Did he rotate enough in the first place when you had players in?
I think we did because
I don't know, man. Norgard played a minute.
Yeah, no, because if you look at Arsenal, well, remember Norgard got injured. He was injured at the start of the season. So if you look at I think it was our first, off the top of my head, I think first 8 games in the Premier League, we didn't play the same starting lineup once.
Yeah, but did you play the same back too?
We did, but Gabriel got injured playing in some stupid, meaningless game for Brazil against Senegal. When he was actually, it's like they got like yellow, orange, red. He was in the orange zone. He didn't have to play that game. He wasn't injured for Arsenal. He was injured playing in some stupid friendly, and ironic, it was at the Emirates Stadium against Senegal, bro. That has nothing to do with Arsenal. That has absolutely nothing to do with Arsenal.
Okay, I'm just saying. I'm just looking here, right?
So, that's on Gabriel. Gabriel should have been like, I can't play this game, but he didn't. So now,
you played Leeds and slapped them 5-0. Gabriel and Saliba both played, and you played us under Ange, who freaking
but before you do this, Wolfie, tell me who rotates their centre back part, their pairing, please.
No. I'm not talking about rotating. I'm talking about when you were playing. No, this isn't my point. You have to rotate. I'll tell you who does it. Fucking that idiot scammering, but that's a whole other story. But just to give you,
where are they?
Yeah, but you asked me who rotates. Whether or not we agree with it is a different thing. Yeah, City do as well. I'm just saying you gotta start managing players' time as early as you can. And I technically don't agree with it, right? Because you're a fucking footballer, man. Stay fit and play 3 damn games a week. It ain't that hard. You're getting paid 200 grand a week. Fucking I'll play 4 times. I'll play every day of the week. But I just wonder, are they overdoing it then in the training sessions and these things? Because you have history. You have history on it.
No, Arteta came out and said we can't really train because of the fixture list.
The fixture list, yeah. I don't know. It's just there's something. I don't think it's an Arteta thing. I think it's an Arsenal thing, bro. I remember as a kid, Arsenal always had injuries. Always had injuries, even under Wenger. Ear injuries.
Oh yeah, because we had I can't remember his name, but he ended up going to Man United, and then I remember Man United started getting bare injury. What's his name?
Yeah.
I can't remember his name. Head of I can't remember his name. Someone in the chat will remember that. I can't remember his name, but he went over to United, and United started getting bare injury. Like, look, injuries happen. Yeah, injuries. No matter what you do, injuries happen.
Injuries happen, yes, bro. But
you can rotate your entire 11 every single game, and Gary Lewin, that's the guy's name. You can rotate your 11 every single game. You will get injuries. Yeah, it hasn't helped that over the years Arsenal have had injury-prone players, i.e.
Jesus,
i.e. Jesus, i.e. Tomiyasu, i.e. Tierney. Like we've had players that are injury prone. And
Ramsey, he was crazy.
Ramsey, another one, injury. Like, and no, but in all fairness, he had a mad leg break. The same with Eduardo, mad leg break. Like we have had players that Wilshere, injury prone. Diaby, injury prone. Like we've had players that are injury prone. Cool, is what it is, yeah. But we have to fix it. It is an issue that we have to address. It is an issue that we have to fix. But I don't think it's an issue that, I don't know, has us would have us about to go on a bad run of form. I don't think that is, personally. Like I still think that even
how long is Saliba out for?
Well, I mean, like a week ago, it was only a matter of days, and I thought he would play in the Club Brugge game, but apparently he hasn't travelled. So I can only assume he might be back for the Wolves game. But then I would say, even if he was back for the Wolves game, I wouldn't play him. Like you don't need to play Saliba against Wolves. Like if I need to play Saliba against Wolves to win the game, then we all might as well pack our stuff up. Might as well pack our stuff up and just call it a day, and it is what it is, right? Do you know what I mean? But it is a problem though. And I just don't like the fact that as an Arsenal fan, I'm not allowed to talk about the fact that I'm not allowed to talk about the fact. Because it is a fact.
What I'm saying is you can talk about the fact because we got 9 players out injured, right, with Forest. But I'm saying, is there something fundamentally still wrong? The Institute of Arsenal, man. Maybe it was. I think Wenger used to complain about the pitch, didn't he? Maybe that pitch is still pitching. You know what I'm saying? It's like, is there seriously? Maybe Wenger was right when he was coming up with his bullshit excuses. But I don't know, bro. I just think it's a bit too much in key positions. That would worry me if I was an Arsenal fan. I'm not saying it's anyone's fault, but I'm just saying the injuries are picking up. And if I start hearing your lot moaning about injuries like you did last season, I'm not buying
but
that.
But Wolfie, it's a fact.
Yeah, but as I said to you, I got 9 injuries.
But it's a fact.
Man City got injuries. Rodri's got.
Okay, you got 9 injuries. Where are you in the table?
I don't know. I ain't looked since game week 2.
17th, yeah. So clearly, your injuries are affecting you.
Yeah, but we didn't.
Because injuries affect people.
We didn't spend and go for the depth that you did. Yeah, like there's perspective.
Well, you have a big squad. Let's not do that. You made a lot of signings.
Yeah, I got a big squad, but I got piles of shit in my squad.
No. We're not. See, now you're making the excuse. This is you.
No. You think I'm talking about the depth? I'm talking about some of the stars.
You have but you have players that can be rotated, and you can still even the players that you think are shit. There's no excuse for you to be 17th, but you've had loads of injuries.
You think I'm making an excuse for 17th? I'm fucking fuming at this.
Yeah, I know you're fuming, but the point I'm trying to make, Wolf, here is the can't talk about injuries and injuries are an excuse and all of that stuff. That's the YouTube thing.
No,
That's
it's not.
that's
No,
is
it's
it.
not.
Do you know
No,
why
it's
it is?
not. I'll
No, it
tell you.
is.
I'll tell you
No,
why.
it is. No,
It's
no.
not.
Do you know what I tell you it is? Do you know what I tell you it
No.
is? I've been on this earth for nearly 35 years. Yeah. I've been supporting Arsenal since I was 4 years old. I've been through primary school talking about football, secondary school talking about football, sixth form talking about football, university talking about football. Every single job I've ever worked, I've spoke about football with people. The only time that I have heard anyone say, "Oh, talking about injuries is an excuse," is when I jumped on the fucking camera. That's the only time in my life. And I think I've been alive for long enough to make that assessment. It only is when you're on YouTube. When I talk to my bedrooms, whoever they support, about football, and we talk about injuries, not oh, you make an excuse. It's like, all right, it's mad that my man's out, you know. Oh, it's so like it's actually dark that my man, like, do you know what I mean? But when you come on YouTube, you can't talk about things that affect because it's an excuse. It's bullshit, bro.
What you just said there is complete bullshit. Unless you're gonna tell me you knew no Spurs fans growing up.
Bro, I lived in bro.
Okay. So as a kid, did you ever hear Spurs fans saying if Darren Anderton was fit, we'd be a lot better? Darren Anderton only gets fit for what? So you did talk about fucking injuries then, bro.
Yes. They would tell me all the time, oh man, if Darren and do you know what? They would tell me all the time, if only Ledley King had a knee.
Yeah, Ledley.
If only Ledley King had a knee, and it's true. If Ledley King had a knee, then they would be so much better. They would have been so much better.
So you were talking about injuries.
Wolfie, was you not listening? I didn't say that I didn't talk about injuries. I said that the only time talking about injuries is an excuse is when I came on YouTube.
So if Spurs fans are telling you that if Anderton would, be fit in the domestic and not for the World Cup, they'd be better. That's an excuse. If they're saying Ledley King's knee,
no, it's not. It's an opinion. I can't call it a fact because we don't know because Darren Anderton was always injured. But it's definitely an opinion. It's sharing an opinion. It's an analysis. Wolfie, don't let me go to your YouTube, and find videos of you talking about players that are injured. Because I can do it.
You're missing the overarching point.
I can do it,
Do it.
I can do it,
Do it. This is the point. You're missing the whole overarching point, bro. Injuries are an excuse for every team. Therefore, they don't become an excuse.
Look, it's a YouTube thing. Thank you, Steve-O. It is 100% a YouTube thing.
What
do you mean injuries are an excuse? Doesn't even make sense. You know what it's like? Just like, you mash up your hand. Yeah, you mash up your hand. I guarantee you cannot perform at the same level at work as what you did when your hand wasn't mashed up. It's not an excuse. It's fact of life. It's fact of life. And I'm sure that your company is more lenient on you if you do miss things or don't do things to the level that you used to because they know you've mashed up your hand. What are we doing?
Okay, but if I was more careful and didn't fall over, I wouldn't have mashed up my hand. And
injury would be an excuse. We've been speaking for a long time, and you don't even know how you did it. You don't even know how you did it. So you know what I mean. So it doesn't matter. Yeah. So it's not an excuse.
Yeah, but if my work had some sports scientists, they would have been able to figure it out and stop it from recurring.
Maybe so.
You're not willing. You know how I feel you're going with this. I feel like you are thinking about pushing this injury narrative soon, and you're laying some foundation work. That's what it's coming across like, bro.
Nah, man. I just think that in the YouTube world, it's a world of
But balance. Do you accept the Arsenal fans pushed the narrative last season about injury FC?
I wouldn't call it a narrative, but they was talking about it a lot. But it's kind of hard to not talk about it a lot.
Okay, and then do you accept that the Arsenal fans in the summer said this squad is deep enough, no injury excuses?
Yeah.
Okay, so why are we talking about injuries?
Wait, again, talking about injuries is not making an excuse. Do you know what an excuse would be? We didn't win the league because we had injuries. That's an excuse.
Okay, do you believe if you had a fully fit squad in your last 3 away games, you would have had more points?
Only the Chelsea game.
So you don't think Gabriel and Saliba are there against Villa? They just clean up. They clear the ball in the last minute.
I don't know. Like I don't want to do like.
I'm saying in your opinion, bro. I know you're not.
I don't want to do any disservice to Aston Villa because I still think to this day like there wasn't much between Aston Villa and Arsenal. The Sunderland game was a Raya mistake, so that could have happened whether Saliba or Gabriel was there or not. So only really the Chelsea game, because I feel like if we had our strongest squad, A, I don't think they would have scored, and B, I think we would have scored more.
All right. So if you were to lose the league by 2 points, could you blame that?
Could I blame? I don't know. It depends. Like, am I going to drop more? I'm probably going to drop more points along the way. I could drop points in worse ways in other games. Like, for me, it's not about like at this point. For me, it's not about why I don't win the league. It's I haven't won the league. That's what it'll be for me. I haven't won the league.
Right, that's fine. If you don't win the league, that's all I'm saying. Like I can't look. I've defended Arsenal quite a lot this season. I got accused of from Deji on Monday of being a secret Arsenal fan just because I've actually defended Arsenal. But I'll tell you what, if I hear any Arsenal fans at the end of the season, if you don't win it, saying injury.
Oh, wait. Let me ask you a question, yeah? But it's not a question from me. It's a question from Steve. I actually want to, and I want to know your opinion. I don't want troll. I want to know your opinion. Do you accept that if we had Gabriel against PSG, then we win the game?
I can't remember.
Take into consideration of how good Gabriel was at that point as well, because that was a massive loss.
I can't remember what your team was. I can't remember the score, bro. You're gonna have to fill me in a little.
You're trolling. It's fine. So
why would I remember Arsenal scores from last season? I can't remember Forest scoring their last game, and you want me to remember freaking last season scores? If you want me,
yes.
Yo, have you frozen? Hello.
Oh, now. Oh wait.
Hello.
Oh, is this me?
Hello. You're back. I will answer the question without knowing the context.
Is it me or is it you? I can't tell. It's just moved.
It's you, bro. It's you.
I can't lie. You're doing kung fu movie settings at the moment. I won't lie. It's like
chat. Is it me or
sounds coming out, but your lips are not. You're doing the kung fu movie. Yeah, let me know because if it's me, I'll leave in it. But can you hear me at least?
I can. It's fine.
Yeah, the audio is delayed.
Well, my audio.
Side? Whose side is it delayed? It's me. It's me. All right, let me go and then I'll come back. Let me go. Maybe that will help solve it.
Finally, I've taken over his channel. I'm just saying he's not listening. I'm saying you can have injuries and you can complain about injuries, but injuries are a thing that are not unique to Arsenal. Therefore, everyone has injuries. Yo.
I'm back. Kung Fu hooks, that's funny. Yeah. Do you know what's mad? I only just realized if I leave, then it cuts off the Twitter stream. I didn't even realize that. So that's mad. The fact that it does that. I didn't even know they did that. But look, I'm back, people. Make sure you're liking.
What you need to realize is if you leave, I take control of your channel.
I hear it. Hey, well, I mean, oh my God. I just realized what else happens. I lose the timestamps. So dead. That's so dead. That is
bro,
so dead.
Why are you wasting your time? Just listen. Save yourself the hassle. Just go on Gemini. Then just give her the link to the video about 15 minutes after and say, create some timestamps.
Gemini can do that.
Any AI can do it.
Problem solved.
You gotta wait. You gotta wait for the video to process. It usually takes like 15 minutes.
Okay, cool. Problem solved. All right, cool. Well, people, I've learned something new today that's gonna make my life easier. Just
Bro,
make sure you're
I'm like, you know what? Gemini is turning into my consigliere right now. I can't lie to you, man. Anytime I'm about to buy something, I send it Gemini's way. Give me your thoughts on it. What you saying? You know, should I be freaking Daesh in or out? Gemini, tell me what I should do. You know, everything. What kind of pants shall I wear today, man? It's all about the Gemini, man.
That's crazy. Asking Gemini that is mental to me. But cool. So
listen,
right.
let me ask you a question, just to move the narrative along a little. I've got that stinking cuntish team this weekend.
Oh yeah, you do. You do.
Should I be worried?
Are you home or away?
We're home.
No, I don't think you should. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, Tottenham have every capability to beat you, but I don't think you should be worried because I also believe you have every capability of beating them. Like, you're not too far off them. If you win, you close the gap on them to like 5 points. You're not too far off them. I don't think Tottenham have been great this season. I feel like
I watched them yesterday, bro, and I can't lie to you, and this really pisses my brother off when I say it to him. I actually enjoy tuning into Tottenham matches because, as you know, we're busy people, and finding time to get sleep is hard, especially when it's that pressure nap. You know what I'm saying? Where you know you've got a little window. How do I fall asleep quickly and what have you? You turn Tottenham on, bro. I am not joking to you. I put them on yesterday. Mate, I think they'd just gone 1-0 up when I tuned in. I was asleep in 5 minutes. That team. And I'm watching Daesh ball, by the way. Right? Week in, week out. Wallahi, man, I was asleep within 5 minutes. And it's just, that's the best thing about Spurs, is you're going to get a nap. You're going to get a nap.
Yeah.
So can you imagine now, freaking Frankenstein ball this weekend versus Daesh ball? Wow, what an exciting game I have to look forward to this weekend. And you know what? I usually get really worked up ahead of these Spurs games because me versus my brother and what have you. I just want it to be finished. I don't know how I'm going to stay awake for 2 hours during it.
Are you when do you play? Are you Saturday or Sunday?
Sunday.
Okay. Wait, are
Sunday,
you
2 p.m.
2 p.m. Okay, Super Sunday. Okay.
I don't know, like Sunday, man. It ain't no Super Sunday.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah.
And I am worried. I'm not gonna. There's something. Maybe it's about the way that team looks. Maybe it's about that cock and bull that they have on the logo. I don't know, man. It puts me to sleep. I could for the first time fall asleep on a watch along. I may be doing a watch along asleep, bro. Like,
no, do you know what though? I feel like two teams that are kind of like more defensive focused than offensive focused. Like, I feel like it kind of forces both of them.
Nah, it's not. I wouldn't even call it that. It's two teams that have no strategy on the pitch.
No strategy is crazy.
I'm not even joking, bro. Daesh against Everton, long balls forwards. Just make this make sense, right? Jesus is 5'10". He's quite good in the air. But imagine you're going to your ex-team who you managed just 6 months ago. And imagine you know that they've got the fucking land of the Giants.
It wasn't 6 months ago.
Less than that, wasn't it?
Sure.
All right, 8 months. All right, 10 months. Whatever, man. Within the last year. Okay? But imagine you're going there and you know they got land of the Giants at the back. Tarkovsky, fucking Jake O'Brien, Michael Keane. And you've trained these motherfuckers. You've trained the big Ange Darby. Oh, my God. You know what? I'd rather have Ange in charge and actually be entertained. But anyway, it's a whole other story. But imagine you've trained these fuckers and you know they're slow, but you know what they're good at is what? Aerial. So what's your tactic? Let's play the ball long towards the 5'10" striker who has no support, and he's gonna win all the headers against these fucking 6 foot pluses. The fucking idiot, man. Honestly, And then what's his other tactic? Let's play the ball long out wide so we bypass our best player in midfield, Anderson, so he's not involved in it. It's just so bad to watch.
Everton are good at the moment. Like 3-0 is crazy. I won't gaslight you. 3-0 is crazy. But
They
Everton
should
are
have won 5, I think.
Yeah, but Everton are good at the moment. Where I don't think Tottenham are not like. Obviously, I don't want to gas you up here, and then you get battered by Tottenham. But getting battered by Tottenham is crazy. Like if you get battered by Tottenham,
impossible. It's impossible.
Like if you get battered, like Wolfie, if you get battered by Tottenham,
yeah, I'm shutting my channel down.
It's a long day, you know.
No, it's not a long day. This is our last.
It's a very long day.
No, this is our last ever stream. This may be one of them ones, you know, that becomes like vintage, man. YouTube gold. You know what I'm saying? Like, remember when this guy, this annoying dickhead, was on YouTube? that kind of thing. Could be that stream. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be freaking very busy next week with work and with all kinds of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like if we lose to Spurs, man.
Yeah, no, if you lose to Spurs, it's crazy. But look, you got a midweek game to kind of, I guess,
get Utrecht
confidence back up. Like, wait, what is that your current like standing in? Like, do you have to win all your remaining games to go through?
No, we're on 8 points. I think we're 15th. So Utrecht are 31st. So they're pretty much bottom. We've got them on Thursday. Am I confident with Dijsball? Not really. But let's assume we win that puts us on 11 points. I think you need 12 points to minimum playoff and then 14 to get automatics. If you look at the last year, well, since this format's been involved. So I think this is a must-win game, and then that makes our next 2 games like a draw and a win, or a win and a loss gets us through. So I still, for me, I think the Europa League's more important right now than the league for me. But this weekend, the league's more important.
If you go out of the Europa League, is your season over?
Yeah.
Wait, because you're out of the Carabao Cup, right?
Yeah, I can't remember who. Oh, we lost to Swansea, man. And settings.
Oh yeah, Swansea. Yeah,
2-0 up.
There's the FA Cup. Wait, who did you get in the FA Cup?
Disney FC.
Disney FC. Oh, Wrexham. Oh, I can't lie to you. Wrexham, a nice team, man. I like
away as well.
Away. Ooh. Forest fans, that sounds like a good game. That sounds like a good game to watch.
How does that sound like a good game, man? I mean, you ain't watched Forest lately, man. It ain't gonna be a good game unless Wrexham are gonna ball out.
What, Ryan Reynolds, Deadpool? Yeah, man. If Deadpool's the owner of your club, yeah, then you're just always having fun, bro.
You know what's funny? They bought a player off us in summer, Lewis O'Brien, who I actually really like. I thought he was a good player. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, it could be a very Wrexham. Do you know what? I'm
not confident about Wrexham. I'm barely confident about Utrecht tomorrow, bro.
Yeah, this is a different Wolfie, man. You've calmed down a lot, man.
Dyche is broken. No, it's not. It's not a different Wolfie. It's Dyche has broken me, man.
Do you think that it's even, because the thing is, yeah, you already sacked Nuno this season. You already sacked Ange this season. You've already paid out a bit of money. Like I'm assuming
cashed in, man.
Yeah, Ange cashed in. Yeah, I'm assuming that Dyche is like, you just have to keep him now, regardless.
Yeah, but if you sack Dyche, man, you probably give him a happy meal. You know what I'm saying? And that's his.
No, he's probably got like a 5 mil payout in his contract. 5 to 10 mil payout.
Dyche, man. If Dyche is being paid out 5 mil, then football is fucking gone, man. Seriously.
Yeah, I mean, but then you can't keep on sacking managers either.
I don't care if we sack 10 managers in a season. I can give a shit.
You should, man. It's not right. It's not right.
Just find me the right manager. Get to the right manager.
No,
that's what we did to get promoted, bro. We went through bare managers. We've had over 30 managers in whatever the last kind of decade and a half is. And eventually you get the right one who gets you up. And then when he fucks up, you sack him. I don't have this attachment bullshit to managers. I ain't doing the whole Sava thing, give them time and what have you and see what happens. No. If you're a manager who's being paid the money you're being paid, Shut the fuck up moaning about time and get on with your job.
Wow. I just think you should really and truly you should have just brought back Cooper.
Fuck you.
Cooper couldn't have been worse than Sean Dash. Like, you know what I mean? Really just brought back
fucking Cooper was the greatest championship manager Forest ever had, and I love him for him. He was the fucking most boring Premier League manager ever, man. So yeah, him and Dash are the same cloth. Yeah, Dash the same cloth, man. But you know what? Dash has a house in Nottingham, so he's born and bred in Nottingham. You know, Dash played 0 games under Cloughy. It was from the soul of the soul, Joe. From the soul of the soul.
That came from deep.
Well, I can't. If I had to go back to watching fucking Cooper ball, stop depressing me, man. I just need to get through this week. I need to get 2 dubs, and then I'm good. I just gotta get past fucking Spurs.
What happens in the worst? Like, what happens in the worst? Let's say the worst case. Let's see 2 L's. Like, what's your stance then?
My stance is still the same. Dash out.
Oh, so you're actually dash out at the moment.
I was never dashing.
Okay, you was never dashing. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Fair.
I've just always been dash out. No, does it change much? No. What you'll have is the happy clappers, like wake up, big up, wake up. I'm joking, wake up. Saying nothing's changed, we'll just win our next game, kick the can down the road, or what have you. I'm looking at this league and I'm thinking, and this isn't this. In fact, let me phrase it right so it doesn't sound like the YouTube thing where everyone's saying Arsenal can only win the league because the league is shit. I'm not saying that. I'm saying Arsenal are doing their business. Yeah,
No,
I'm
the
saying
league is shit. No, the league is shit. Is what it is. The league is
okay.
Shit. Yeah.
So, but I'm not saying it from the paradigm of a title race. Yeah, if you do your business, you do your business. It doesn't matter how good or bad the league is. I'm looking at this league and thinking, this is fucking dusty. How the fuck are we bigging up the Premier League as the best league in the world when we got fucking Bournemouth in our league, when we got Brentford in our league, when we got Burnley in our league? When do you remember Bournemouth were top of the league for 5 minutes during the game? Look where they are now. They're fucking getting relegated.
But I think that shows you the strength of the league. Like the fact that between 4th and 13th there's only 6 points difference. I think that shows you how competitive the league is.
But it's competitive, not at an elite level, is what I would say.
I don't know, because look, people Liverpool is 10th. And Spurs is 11th, and Newcastle is 12th. For them to be where they are, there's teams that would have had to have either beaten them or won games when they drop points. That indicates competitiveness. Doesn't indicate a lack.
Yeah, but I'm saying if me and I don't know, say me and Joe had a boxing match, it could be quite tight. But just because it's tight, it doesn't mean we're fucking Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali levels.
But boxing matches are bound to be more tighter when the level of competition is closer than further away.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's the same as this Premier League. What I'm saying is you're having a bum fight between a Brentford and a Bournemouth. Just because the game's close, it doesn't mean they're good.
I don't know, I also look at things like Crystal Palace are in the top 4.
I rate Crystal Palace. I rate. I just don't think they got a deep squad.
Everton are 7th. I don't know.
You know what it is. Shall I tell you exactly what's happened to this league? And I don't know if you'll agree with me or not. The problem is when we were growing up, football was played. Both teams, apart from sometimes against, say, United, both teams would try and play football. Most of the strategy back then was simple. It was 4-4-2. Everyone had 4-4-2. That was the done thing. The problem you've got now is that before the game is kicked off, the managers are deciding whether or not they think they can win the game. So I'll give you my club as an example. If Forest were to go and play, let's just say, who's a good team? Let's say Newcastle, okay? Sean Dyche, and I'm not saying Sean Dyche, it could be any manager. Sean Dyche is deciding before the game that Newcastle are better than Forest, therefore we can't win this one. So let's go on low block and try and hit them on the counter attack. So now what you're getting is they try to cancel the football out, not because they're better than the team. Like we could go and like Liverpool, for example. Like Liverpool, Forest beat Liverpool 3-0. If Forest went blow for blow with Liverpool in that game, would Forest win? Hell no. Hell no. Okay. But
exactly.
I just
it's called tactics, bro.
It's not tactics, bro. It's not tactics. It's not tactics.
It's called strategy, bro. What?
Strategy, yes. No, what I'm saying, you're missing my point here.
You want the Premier League to be WWE. That's what you want it to be. Everybody always fighting.
No, I don't want it to be WWE, but I want there to be. I get it if we're playing you or if we're playing Man City or whoever, you two should have to come up against low block every time. But when we or Everton or whoever are playing a Newcastle or a Chelsea or whatever, you don't want to see fucking the game being decided beforehand. Yeah, let's not bother playing today. Let's go low block and send some long balls up and see if we can counter attack. That's been the problem with it. And because, you know what I want to see? I want to see Arsenal Man City going, fuck you to the league. We're going to play low block as well. Let's see if you enjoy this fucking league.
I mean, you had a guy that was like gung-ho and it didn't help.
I miss him a bit. I can't lie, I miss him.
Like, this is the thing, yeah. Like
you're not getting my point, are you?
This is the thing, yeah. Like fans, yeah, want entertainment, yeah. Mikel Arteta doesn't give two shits about whether we are entertained or not.
I'm not talking about entertainment, bro. You're missing my point. I am saying the team has decided before they hit the pitch that they are not good enough to beat.
You don't know that. Though.
Therefore, the default setting is low block. Huh?
You don't know that. You don't know that. You don't know that.
I do know that. I do know that from the style of play you see on the pitch.
Yeah, but managers have different styles. It's like we know.
Bro, this is my point. It's going too far to low block. Everyone is low blocking. This is the thing.
I don't know. I just think that there's certain managers that are more pragmatic than others, and we just at the moment have a lot of pragmatic managers in the Premier League. I also feel like the Premier League is so intense that if you play as open as, like, I don't know, maybe you see certain teams in La Liga play, you're going to get absolutely battered.
Okay,
you're going to get absolutely battered.
And that tells you.
But teams should always play open and expansive, so we are entertained. No, they're out here, they're trying to win.
I have not said the word entertained once in this. Okay.
Yeah, but it's why you want it. There's no other reason for it.
It's not why I want it. I want to see
you literally said that you might fall asleep against not in the Forest versus Tottenham because it's going to be boring.
Yeah, because that dickhead. No, because that dickhead hit low block against the fucking Sunday League team. Look, here's my point, right? When you played Brentford, I didn't see the Brentford game. I think Forest might have been playing at the same time. Did Brentford come out and attack?
Yeah.
Or did they low block?
They came out and attacked.
Did they? So they didn't play. So you weren't dominating it. So if I look at these stats here.
No, we dominated the game, but they weren't low blocking. Like, they was actually trying to play against us.
On the counter or play out against
even Sunderland was playing against us.
Yeah, you see, the Sunderland one I respect.
Even Chelsea played against, like, teams play against, like, do you know what I mean? Like, not.
Yeah, but if you look at you've hit a good point there. You've hit a good point. The Sunderland one I respect. Sunderland didn't go up against you and think we're putting 11 men behind the ball. They had strategy and tactics. That was tactics. Okay. Sunderland probably would have won that if that bloody whoever it was didn't fluff around with the ball before your first goal. This is the point I'm making, bro. The tactics have been too simplified in football. It's, are we better than them? No, let's low block.
But but this is the thing, Wolfie, yeah. You don't actually know if that is what is actually happening. You don't know that. You don't actually know that. I feel like as football fans, we talk too much in assumptions. You don't actually know why your manager has decided to set up the way that he has. You're just assuming it's because you feel like the other team is better that he's decided to be more pragmatic. But you don't know why though.
I'm not even talking about my manager. I'm talking in general.
Even in general, you don't know. Like, for example, Arsenal go after the Wolves. So actually, not even the Wolves game. So Arsenal are going to play Wolves at the Emirates. Yeah.
How do you think that game's going to go?
Rob Edwards would be absolutely out of his mind and deserve to be sacked if he decided to play football against Arsenal. Because if he plays football against Arsenal,
agreed,
they will get battered 7, 8, 9. It could all be crazy. Nil.
Agreed.
Now, if Rob Edwards, plays in not even a low block, but just plays a bit deeper, a bit more pragmatic, focuses on staying compact, keeps the shape of the team. You get me? Force Arsenal out wide. They may still lose the game, but there's a higher chance of them getting something from the game. This is just how football is.
Okay, so now you're not listening to what I'm saying, because I said that should and will happen. Now answer this question. If Rob Edwards has Burnley after Arsenal, let's just assume he does, and he low blocks against Burnley at home, is that acceptable?
At home? Well, it's not. Well, again, you're using this buzzword low block, yeah? What I'm saying
Call it park the bus, man. Low block is what it's
like.
called.
If he chooses to be more pragmatic against Burnley and he leaves with a win, then he has done his job as a coach. I don't understand.
Okay, so he low blocks, stinks the house out, still loses at home to Burnley.
Then he made the wrong decision. People can make wrong decisions.
I would love you just to watch Sean Dyche or Steve Cooper for a season. I would love that. Full 90 minutes, no highlight reels, no match of the day, no nothing. Watch that shit and then come back to me about
when I can, when time permits, I'll watch the Nottingham Forest games.
Yeah, but have you noticed I didn't say Nuno? Now, Nuno was different. Nuno was strategical because within his low or mid block, he had trap set, he had counter-attacks planned. That's the difference. Okay. There's a difference between 11 men behind the ball and strategy. This is my point I'm making. Right now,
it's fine.
Right now, we're too much 11 men behind the ball.
And also the interpretation as well. You just interpret things differently than other people. But I hear it. Like, it's fine. It's fine. But yeah, let's round up with some predictions for let's do your midweek game, Arsenal's midweek game, and then the game on the weekend.
We win 1-0 against Utrecht. We're away.
I'll go 2-1.
To us or them?
To you. 2-1 to you.
Okay. I'd be impressed if we scored 2 goals. If you got Bruges, you home or away? You must be away. You must be away.
We're away.
Oh shit, that's today.
Yeah, it's today.
Yeah. I think you.
Bearing in mind, they just sacked their manager.
Oh, manager bounce. I think you win 1-0. I don't think you need to go more crazy than that. Just 1-0. Because I'm assuming he's going to rotate. For that.
Actually, yeah, he probably is going to rotate. And I got 3-1.
You can concede.
Yeah, because he's going to rotate.
All right, fair. And then at the weekend, you got Wolves, yeah?
Yeah, Wolves. We're on I think we're Saturday. Yeah, Saturday.
I mean, 2-0.
At home as well.
Yeah, 2-0. I think you rotate again for that. I think that'd be the smart play.
Potentially, Actually, do you know what? You're probably right. Do you know what? I'll go 3-1 again.
I don't think you'll go heavy on them. I think the smart play for me would be rotate, and then once you're 2-0 up, run some kids out. Get Max Dowman on the pitch.
He's injured. He's out for
what about Wanyeri? What's happened to freaking generational that we haven't seen?
I have absolutely no clue what Arteta's thinking is right now with Ethan Wanyeri.
He should have been
You know
loaned
what?
out,
Maybe
bro.
he might get some game time today. Actually, do you know what? He's someone I would actually get some game time today. But whether he does or not is a completely different story.
I'd play him in both. He should have been loaned out in the summer.
He should have, but
He would have been developing more by now.
I mean,
I'll go 2-0. I think it'll just be a slow, easy 2-0 training session.
What about your game against Tottenham?
1-0 Forest. We're gonna slap him with a corner goal.
I got 2-2. 2-2. A Desmond. I got Desmond. Desmond 2-2.
I need to beat Spurs, bro. I got a lot of receipts.
Yeah, and then George is going to be on your case. So, and probably Deji as well.
Deji, Sean, Sava, my brother, my old mates, all of them.
Yeah, it's going to be dark.
We are Tottenham TV.
Yeah. Everyone's
bare men, man.
Of course, yeah.
I don't too many of these scumbag fucking fans. Not that they're scumbag, the club's the scumbags.
Probably will, you know. He probably will.
It probably was his fault.
No, we will. Yeah, but we see. But yeah, people, love for the love. Just make sure you're doing a few things.
Wait, one last question. Are you winning the league by your birthday?
Unofficially, yes. So yeah, people, just make sure on your way out you're liking the video. Let's get the likes up. Don't be a fraud and leave without liking the video. Anyone that has watched this on playback, make sure you're liking the video as well. Anyone that's watching on Twitter, come over to the YouTube, like the video. I'm about to redirect you guys over to Northside. Brother man, he's just made the big move to Barcelona, so go show him some love. Like up his video and spam in the chat Hawks Raid so he knows where you came from. And yeah, as always, I'm gonna love you and leave you. Come on, you go.
Man, I lick shot like Shevchenko. I got fam that I get on my nerves. Feel like man, I itch if that man get killed. Every day trying to get on nerve, but man just swerve, idiot, have a let go. I didn't mean idiot, have a let go. Man, better mind out before they find out. It can get dark when you gas this petrol. Splash all over the pavement curb. Man, know me, I don't play with verbs. Seen too much, I'm aiming first. Man, don't think anymore, man, burst. 18 in a clip that's gift and curse. Man, won't limp this biscuit hers. Civilian crashed on LinkedIn work. Got stacks on who's gonna be sprinting first. Them man, now some man. Little idiots don't concern, man.